My name's Stephen, and welcome to Chapter 14, Literacies to Think and to Learn. So to start off, just a little bit about what this whole chapter is about. To put it simply, this chapter is all about how we learn and what separates us from every other species. In this chapter, we discuss all of the concepts that apply to us when it comes to learning. And so the chapter kind of starts off with this little segment talking about three kinds of signifiers in literacies that make us make connections with the world. And so we're going to dive into that right now. And that is these three right here. So we have an icon, which is a signifier that stands for something in the world, where the connection is made by the likeness of the sign to its signified. Take, for example, a gesture that imitates a person's demeanor, or a picture, like this one up here, of the sunflower. This picture isn't actually the sunflower, but we know that it's a picture of a sunflower, so it's an icon of a sunflower, if that makes sense. This next one is an indicator, which is a signifier that stands for something where the connection is made by pointing to a particular thing. Take, for example, in this one, how a clock points to the time, or maybe a thermostat points to what temperature something is at. Or maybe even a gesture such as laughing or grunting, which don't have any surface level meaning, but we know them to be having a certain meaning, if that makes sense also. And this last one is especially important because this one separates us as humans from every other species in the world. We as humans, when we learn and when we think, are able to apply this last one, and no other animal species can really do it. And that is the symbol, which is a signifier that refers to a general meaning. Take, for example, religious symbols such as this cross down here. It's just a cross, but as we know, like for Christians, it has a lot of significant meaning to it just by being a symbol. Or maybe visual icons such as, modern art, which on the surface level doesn't really look like much, but we know can be interpreted as many things. And so to continue on the symbols, there's two terms that are pretty important for it, which is concept, which is the meaning behind a symbol that we have in our mind, and generalization, which is the cognitive process of applying a symbol to delineate the essential features of a group of things. And I found a picture up here in the top left corner that's really cool. It kind of puts it into perspective. We think of cows. Cows produce milk. Milk is important to cats, is important to humans, is important to calves. Cows also provide leather, which is used for purses or couches or coats. So that's just kind of like the process that we go through when looking at symbols. And so human thinking and learning is directly tied into those three signifiers. When it comes to the human thinking process, we use a mixture of icons, indicators, and symbols. Also, when learning, we conceptualize concepts and create a system that allows us to identify the world around us and the more complex ideas surrounding symbols. And that's where we end off, and I thank you guys for watching.